I feel like this tree doesn't want you to see how magical she is. What's good, you lot? Happy 4-4 portal. Who loves a portal more than me? You already know. You already know. Just want to start cleansing up these cards while I wait for y'all to come through. Sorry for being so late. Coming on late. What's good, Luna? What's good, Karen? Ashley? Guys, so we're back to the late nights. But you know what? Late nights are great for me because I get to glam up. I mean, get out the bath. Might as well glam up. Yeah, Karen, thank you so much for your lovely message in the last video's comments. Make 1984 fiction again, my G. What's up, mama? Hi, Letty. Zoramina. Yes, for that name. Zoramina. This is a great day today because not only is it the 4-4 portal, but it's my mum's birthday. She turns 74 today. She's not going to mind me telling you because she looks great. So I'm actually virtually dressing up for my mum's birthday today. And plus I'm going to take this hair out tomorrow. So I thought one last day of cute and then we go back to, 10 at all times, isn't it, really, innit? So yeah, I'm feeling good again. It's my season. It's my birthday on Friday, y'all. I'm so excited. I don't normally, no, I'm lying. I'm an Aries. Of course I get excited for my birthday because I love gifts. I love the attention. I love cake. Girl, I love cake. So, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited, but I'm not going to spoil the surprise. I mean, it's my surprise, and you lot couldn't care less. Hey, Shonda T, my girl. I've got the best birthday present coming through on an aeroplane for me. I can't wait. I can't wait. For those that know. For those that know. For those that have been here for a minute. And we're doing Ramadan together. So, yeah, that's why I'm running, not late, but that's why I'm on kind of late tonight because I had to wait to break my fast. I was going to try and, no, it's Friday. I was going to try and come on after my clients today. I had a beautiful day, oh my God. I did a long-term client. Well, he's not that long-term. I've had him for like a year and a half. And then I did and started a new locks start today. Oh God, this hair's so ratchet. It needs to come out tomorrow. Yeah, I started some new locks today. She's 17. Shout out to Jay Lee. Girl, listen, I've had such... This day, I should have changed... Although the title is Anything is Possible, I should have extended that to Your protection is unmatched right now. But I'm going to tell you two different stories. I'm going to start with the story of my neighbour, Nina, shout out. We've been neighbours for almost 25 years now, and last week I happened to open the door when she was coming back from work, and she had on this like glittery, it wasn't really glittery, just metallic-y eyeshadow. And girl, when I tell you, I've never seen Nina wear no eyeshadow, let alone glittery. I've never seen it in my life. And today when I was in the bath, I mean, I told her how fabulous she looks. And then today when I was in the bath, I was minding my business and I could hear singing, like at the top of your lungs singing. It was only Nina. 25 years, I've never heard Nina sing. I've heard Nina shout, I've heard Nina cuss, I've heard Nina do all types of things, I've heard her laugh, but I've never heard Nina sing. The way it warmed my heart, I'm convinced Nina's in love. Nina is in love. Like, I mean, she's glowing. She normally wears her hair in like a Mrs. Pepper Pot bun, but now she's got it like hanging a little peak. Girl, she's looking 15 years younger. I promise you. So, the really, really good story, right? So on Friday, I have to give you a little backstory here. So in 2016, I had this client who I was doing her hair, and one day, second time I ever did her hair, she came to the house and she was in my front room and she said, look, I'm going to be homeless because the place where I'm staying, the guy's going to be, he's lost the place, so can I come and sleep on your front room floor? Now, bear in mind, I don't know this lady. I've only met her, this is the second time, but my spirit, something in my spirit said, listen, really and truly, so what, you don't know her? So I said to her, look, you can't sleep in my front room because that's like my space. That's where I like to work. That's where I like to kind of chill. And I said, but my kitchen, I have this, you already know, I've got a football pitch kitchen. I said, we don't use it, you know what I mean? We don't use it like a kitchen, we barely cook. So this is like Kia's maybe, she's in her 20s now. She just come back from LA and we're in and out. So boom. She said, fine, I'll sleep on your kitchen and floor. I was like, all right, cool, blow up bed, fine. Now, the weekend she was due to come to the house, thank you, Nikita. The day she was meant to come to the house, the weekend, me and Kia had a massive fallout and I kicked her out. Yeah, I kicked her out. And so when this lady came, her name's Nana, when Nana came to the house, I said to her, look, you don't have to sleep in the kitchen anymore. You can have Kia's room because she's moved out. And she came to me, she said, my dad just died. And I was like, oh my God. Like, my dad died like 8 months ago and I am grieving so heavily still. So we grieved together. She moved in and there were no rules. I just said to her, please be quiet when you're moving in the mornings because I'm not a morning person, and just tap a little electric and gas and we're good to go. She agreed. This woman came into this house and she took the most loving, nurturing, tender care of me. I'm emotional because this woman was, oh my God, we thought she wasn't real. When she left, we argued whether that was an angel or a real life person. Anyway, so remember I mentioned that her father passed away, and turns out her father's the king of their part of Ghana, and she's one of 99 children. And whenever you see me wear that pink and dinka cloth, or I wear those beads that go across my head like this, that's from Nana. And so we've kind of kept in touch small via social media and what have you. Anyway, last year she sent her son to me, her teenage son, to come and get his locks twisted. That was lovely. Anyway, so Monday morning I wake up and I can tell a good story, innit? So Monday morning I wake up and I get a message from her on WhatsApp. I've never had a message from her from WhatsApp. She says, look, my daughter-in-law's in London and she wants to learn how to do locks. Are you taking on apprentices? And I'm just like, listen, if it's your daughter-in-law, tell her to just come to the house. And for here's the thing, the first week of this year I've been fully booked. It started last week. So since last week, my clients have been quite consistent. So I was like, yeah, send her through. So she came through on Friday and I was doing an interlock and a colour. And then my second client, I did like a retwist and a style. And she got to see those. Anyway, this young lady comes to the house. She's 28 years old, absolutely stunning. And she tells me that so I'm trying to work out, if Nana's got 99 brothers and sisters, where do you fit in? Who's who? Did you who? Who did you marry? Turns out that she married, remember I told you Nana's dad was the king. Turns out she marries the next king now's son. So she marries the Prince of Zamunda, yeah? And now he's next in line for king. She's about to be queen. I'm not about to be, because we long live the king, please. But I'm like, girl, is this a true story? Listen to how she tells the story. She says that she was messing around, dating different people, and on Snapchat, a young girl, and she was talking to different people, and she decided that there was this one particular, she was gonna get rid of everybody, and she told God she's had enough of all of them. Meanwhile, there's one who must have shown her picture to his friend, and he shows his picture to the friend, and the friend says, "That's the girl I've been dreaming about." So he says, "Give me her number." He says, "No, but I'm moving and checking for her." So the guy that was originally checking for her was like, "Yeah, what are you saying?" She's like, "No, I'm not really on it." So he says, "I hope you don't mind, but like, I gave your number to my friend who's interested." And she's like, what the? This time she told God, "Look, I'm tired of them all, not messing with none of them. I am looking for a husband now." That's exactly what she said to God. Meanwhile, Prince of Zamunda's over here dreaming about her. So that was 11:11 on the clock for me. And then, you lot enjoying the story? Hit the like button when you lot come in, because it's a good one. You know, I feel back. I feel like I was missing. I was MIA for like 6 to 8 months. Like, real talk. Hey Francis, yay! I'm so glad about that. So in Kenya, oh, I'm so glad about that. So anyway, look. So they go for a meal. She said he was craving ribs and said, "Do you want to come with me to get some ribs?" They went and got the ribs, and 2.5 months later, after dating, he proposed. And 2 months after that, they were married. Now listen to me. Some of y'all are sitting in that. You lot are still not speaking over your lives. You're still not speaking over your lives. This is why nothing is really panning out for no. Because you're still sitting there saying one thing and thinking another. Saying one thing and thinking another. "Oh, I really want this, but I don't think it'll work." Quietly. You think no one can hear you? Blood. You're being heard. Look at me shouting into a microphone. You're being heard. Everyone can hear you. From you thought it, we can hear you. You felt it. "Oh, I really like that person, but I bet they don't like me." Okay, they don't like you then. Listen to me. So anyway, she comes back today. Such a beautiful, beautiful girl. I told you that already though, innit? She comes back today to learn how to do the locks, to start the locks, yeah? So I've got a client, we're starting the locks, and I haven't been taking on no new clients. When I tell you no new clients, yeah, because it got a little bit weird, and I was actually going to retire, but I actually still love doing hair, so I'm probably not going to retire anytime soon. So anyway, and it happens to be the person who brings the new lock star is the only reason I'm doing it is because it's my sister, and it's her bonus daughter who's coming to start the locks. So I'm like, of course, like, family, bring her true. Imagine all this is planned out the week prior. I haven't even met my girl yet. So anyway, she comes and we are outside. No. She comes to the house. I'm finishing off my last client. She says, "Don't rush down. I'm enjoying the sunshine." And so I said, "Yeah, I'll be down in 10 minutes. I've got to go shop, so I'm going to come outside." Anyway, she's sitting outside and she's like, "Yeah, I left." She had an interview. She's a hairdresser also, but she wants to learn locks. So she has this interview, yeah. I hope she doesn't mind me telling this story, but it's so awesome. So anyway, so she has this interview, gets to the interview, and she says it's shabby, it's unprofessional. Do you know what I mean? The place, you know, it's just unprofessional. So she decides to leave. She says, "Look, I've got this other thing that I need to be at. You guys got me dragged out for an hour late, so I'm gonna leave and we can reschedule." So she comes to me. Anyway, she comes to me. We take her stuff upstairs and we walk down to the shops to get some water. And I say to her, "Oh, the lady that's coming round, you're gonna love her," because it's my sister in it. So I'm bigging up my sister already, and I'm like, "You're gonna love her," blah blah blah. And she's an accountant. She holds me and she says, "What did you say?" I said, "She's an accountant." She said, "I have just come off the phone to my husband saying that I definitely am going to start my own thing, because I was encouraging her to do it last week. She's definitely going to start her own thing, but the only thing that's making her nervous is the fact that she doesn't have what? An accountant." You seen how this is playing out? Anyway, we walk to the shop and we come back, and my sister arrives with her bonus daughter, her daughter, and her son, who's my darling, and he's 3 years old. Anyway, so they come to the house, and Marcella, her birthday's the day before mine. So Marcella's got her hair in some cute 2K rows, but she was hoping to get her hair done, like, for her birthday. Turns out, Nita, my apprentice, the one that married Prince of Zamunda, blood, she's the sickest hairdresser. And so they're sitting there now, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And Marcella's losing her mind. She's turning 12, by the way. Losing her mind, like, "This is a dream come true. This is what I wanted for my birthday, blah, blah, blah. I've been saying it." Mum's like, "Yeah, you've been saying it. You've been saying it." And she's like, "Yeah, I've been saying it." And do you see how it all connected and worked? This is just today. So I'm just like, look, everybody that was in my presence got what they wanted. Every single person got these most unusual things. Nita got an accountant, Marcella got her hairdresser, you know, my girl got her new locks because I wasn't taking on new clients, but she got it anyway. Listen, these people, even the little children, Marcella spoke over her life. Mum kept saying it, you were saying it, you were saying it. Nita, same thing. I told my husband, this is what I wanted. People are speaking themselves into existence. I've been telling you lot. I've been telling you, but I feel like you speak yourselves into existence and then you talk yourself out of it. Like, I've been there. I'm not dragging you. It's me too. Especially when it comes to matters of the heart. I'd be like, yeah, and then I'd be like, do one thing I don't like. Do one thing I don't like. And I've changed my mind. So, you know, we are learning to not only speak over our lives, but hold the space for the reality of that coming into our space. No matter, it doesn't seem to matter how extraordinary it is. Maybe I'm just no extraordinary people who have extraordinary experiences, but it's the same. It's been happening across the board. One of my peoples got rehomed the other day, and they got rehomed in the most perfect spot, in the most perfect idealistic circumstances you could ever think of. And I'm like, anything is possible. We are actually really, I'm surrounded by people who believe that anything is possible. So it is. Do you see? And I think some of us have become disenchanted with that reality, with that outcome, that sometimes we have really wanted something to manifest, but then, or to come into our reality, because we don't like the word manifest anymore, because we know it's magic. It's magic! I mean, my girl even told me that she was a fairy. I was like, man, I know your people. I know fairies. Don't play with me. I know some fairies. And fairies seem to be, you know, because we see them as like dainty little things in the cartoons, but they're actually like more like Amazonian-like. I promise you. I ain't seen no little tiny fairy out. They're normally Amazonian-like. The men too. That's another story for another day. Anyway, yeah, we seem to have become very disenchanted and not taking accountability for our subconscious thoughts, for the doubt that we allow to seep in once we have spoken something over our lives. We tend to disregard our part in things not working out the way that we want, because we're a culture of blaming others, aren't we? Anyway, that's all I want to say about that. So I'm here to say, I haven't. What about the fairies that move things around and take things? For me, that's more in what I believe. That's more Papa Legba energy. Whenever I ask Papa Leg for things, man, things start to go missing, and you know, it likes to blow on my face. That's Papa Leg, my boy, and Lord of mercy. Them things, I'm getting used to it though. I'm getting better used to it. Whereas before, but then you can also tell certain energies not to touch you, not to, if you don't want to see them, you don't have to see them. So, ooh, talking of fairies though, remember I told you lot, it could have been when I first came here, it could have been before I came here, when I was on Instagram still, and I was just like, you know, everything, every energy, every soul that has ever manifested is embodied right here, right now. Ever been in existence, should I say, is embodied right here, right now. So there are fairies here, there's giants here, there's deities here, there's, you know, every single thing that has ever been in existence is here right now. And some of us embody these things. Do you see? And some of us are vocal about the things that we embody, and some of us are not so vocal about the things that we embody. But that's nonetheless that we still embody these things. And remember I told you lot to really be careful about what you're consuming, whether it's food, music, energies, whatever, because everybody's looking for a host right now. Everybody's looking for a host right now. And I'm not on no body snatchers thing, but understand that this is just a vessel. It's like a car. It's like sometimes you can be kicked out. You can be kicked out, or imagine, this is how I imagine it to be like. So my soul is my soul, yeah. And if I'm gonna be, I guess sometimes when you see channelers take on, you know, like Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost. Some of you are too young, but you know, like Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost, when she embodies a certain energy and she speaks to, like, her consciousness goes to sleep. So it's like going to sleep in your car and something else coming through to give their message. It happens all day, every day on Charo. You lot see that all day and every day. Some of the things that I say, I don't remember. I feel like it wasn't me. You already know, because we call in who we call in, and we that. So everybody's looking for a host. Some of you will meet. I feel like my host is full up, because I've been continuously inviting different energies. I know some people will be like, that's demonic, that's your business. So I'm full up. But some of y'all who are not even conscious of it are inviting certain energies into you, and they're going to host you if you're not ready. If you're really on some low vibrational consumption of things, watch yourself. One thing about Ramadan, listen, I'm loving me some Ramadan. It took a couple days for me to really get my head around it, because my G's, I'm a faster, you know. I'm somebody that's all done 72-hour fasts, 3-day fasts on water alone. I've done it, but a few times. But let me tell you something about this thing, yeah. I wasn't ready. And the first day that I started Ramadan, which was last week Friday, I worked all day. So it went very quickly. I was up very early and I worked all day long, and it went very, very quickly. But it's the consumption, it's like how much to consume once it's the evening. So, you know, you're still going to have to want to go to bed or whatever. So it's been interesting, but I have been watching my mouth. I definitely have been watching my consumption, what I'm taking in. But I've also been very clear that I am sacrificing certain things. Like day one, I woke up in a panic, starving. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go the whole day. This time I don't normally eat until about midday, earliest 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon. So at 9 o'clock, why am I panicking? It's crazy what the mind can do when it thinks that it's gonna lose something. And so I think that's an analogy to let you know that sometimes certain things you can release. You don't need so much of something. You don't need to partake in a lot of things that are low vibrational. And some people be like, eating's low vibrational. Yes, it is to some extent, because we're not eating to nourish ourselves. We're eating because we're bored. We're eating because it's time to eat. It's a particular breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. Some of us are eating, so it's a mechanical, habitual thing that we are doing. Some of us are eating to soothe ourselves. Some of us are eating to block things out. Some of us are eating because we don't want to speak. We won't speak our truths. Some of us are eating to cause ourselves harm. This is what I'm noticing, because this is what I'm realizing about why I eat and when I eat. What am I eating it for when I don't need it? I don't need half of the things I'm trying to put into my body. Even today, my body was just like, listen, hey Seppi. My body was like, listen, I don't really want that much today. Imagine, by about 4 o'clock I was flagging. I was like, shit, I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I just want everybody to go home now so that I can just lay in my bed and feel sorry for myself. And then I didn't do much. I swiped, and then I thought, no, let me get in the bath like an hour and a half before sundown. And then I faffed around a bit. Twos, I'm not in the bath until half an hour before it's time to eat. But then I'm not hungry anymore. I just let the feeling pass over me, and then I wasn't hungry anymore. And then while I was in the bath, I remembered why I'm doing this. I remembered why I'm doing Ramadan, so that I can be closer to the divine, take time to listen to my body without it being interrupted by different information, because that's what food is, it's information. So by the time I got out and got myself together, I broke my fast with some lime tea and ginger, grated ginger, yeah, in some hot water. And 3 sips of that, I'm full. 3 sips of that and I am full. It took me about an hour just to drink that. How fast are we? Why are we in such a hurry to consume things? Apparently it takes 20 minutes to be full. But most of the things that we eat, especially fast food, it literally goes down faster than regular good food. Have you noticed that? When you're eating a cheeseburger, you can eat that down in 4 bites. If you was eating a piece of yam, then it's not gonna go down as fast, or some leafy greens, it's not gonna go down as fast. Eat you some French fries. See how quickly you consume that. Bread, I find that I do that as well. I swallow much quicker when I'm bread. Sometimes I'm chewing and swallowing at the same time. I'm going to swallow and take a next bite. Really taking the time to see how I consume food and why I consume it. What are the foods? What is the information that I'm giving to my body when I'm giving certain foods to myself? What am I attracting to myself when I'm giving certain things to myself? It's deep, you know. It's deep, you know. I can't say that I've been dreaming a lot, because I feel like, because I'm eating much later than I normally would, I feel like my body's digesting the food, so it's a lot of information. So I haven't been dreaming. I've been smoking 1 zoot at night, literally sometimes half. Because I can't consume it. I can't finish the zoot. You get? So, I mean, I've been here long enough rapping about the whole thing. Last thing I want to say, look at my wonderful birthday present from the future Queen of Zamunda. Look what she gave me. I mean, I saw it on her hand and I shouted it. I called it wrong though. I said, God's supremacy, and she just went with it. And she was like, yes, it's yours now. Happy birthday. And I was like, oh my God. So obviously I brought out the Andinka. Letty, girl, sometimes we have to really wonder why we do certain things, or why certain foods are designed to make us eat like that. It's not natural to swallow and chew at the same time, be looking to take another bite before you've swallowed the next thing. That's not natural, yo. But we eat like that. Anyway, boom. So, God's presence. God's presence. And where did we see this as well? Thank you, Brooklyn baby. Where did we see this as well, y'all? Didn't we see this on the Wakanda movie, when my girl was burying her brother before she came Black Panther? So let me read it to you. Look, this symbol represents a sacred place for rituals in front of a house for our compound. It's crafted from a tree cut where 3 or more branches come together. A bowl is placed inside with water, herbs, or other symbolic material for blessing, rituals, and libation. Now, this is the very last thing I want to say. I've been here half an hour, but I feel like I don't even need to pull no cards, because I already told you what this portal is. Anything is possible. So, boom. When I first met this girl, Nita, I couldn't read her. I could not read her. There was no, I couldn't, you know, sometimes you can see certain personality traits that remind you of maybe a certain star sign, or maybe she's a certain age, or I just couldn't read this girl. And I wasn't trying to read her, but you know, just generally, you know, getting a feel of people's energy, I was just taking what she was giving me. I couldn't read the underlying energy, and that told me that she was protected on levels. This is the future queen. So can you imagine that she said the sacrifices that they made with the animals before they got married, the prayers, the this, the that, the ancestors, the heck. Listen, that girl is protected, just like the rings, God's presence and protection. And so are you. That's what I realized, because remember, I've been telling you, you know, we're all psychic, we're all able to we're all able to we could all do tarot if we wanted to, we can all read the energy, we can blah 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 blah. So lying is going to become a thing of the past, because we're going to be able to read each other. Let me tell you something. Not everybody's going to be able to read you. That was a force. That once I met this girl here, that I know that's not a truth that I did speak there. That's not true. There are people that are not going to be able to read you because of the kind of protection that is surrounding you. Woo. I saw something not so long ago that said, when you sleep, make sure that you protect yourself when you dream. And I've been telling you lot to surround yourself with the golden white light, isn't it? Before you sleep, before you go into the dream world, before you start jumping portals and all them things there, you need to make sure that you are protected. You are speaking over your life. I said today to somebody, what was your positive mantra today? They looked at me like I was crazy. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. I said, what was the positive thing you spoke over your life today? They weren't able to tell me nothing. And I was like, I didn't judge, because I know that I've been there. I used to think affirmations were long. I didn't pray like that. Do you get me? I didn't speak over myself like that. So there was no judgment, but I was just like, wow, it's a common thing. And I must remind my family on here to do that. Speak positivity over yourself in the same way that you would tear yourself down in a heartbeat. I need you to speak positivity over yourself, because we are in a very, very special portal right now. Right now, and with all of the things that the planets are doing. And I heard that Venus has gone into Taurus, which means there may be some disruption with communication, the stubbornness, you know, everybody want to try and be right. There might be a laziness in communication. And then we've got the Pluto in Aquarius, with Venus in Uranus being the ruling planet of Aquarius. So you can see the connection there. Listen, there's a lot going on. We're supported and being expanded so much, but it doesn't feel as brutal as what was going on during feminine season. You know, the masculine season always feels gentler. I think it's got everything to do with the sun being out, days being longer and thing. So I think now I am done. Hey Belle, I think I'm done. So we should get into prayer and maybe pull a few cards, but we don't need to do too much, because you got the gist of this video, right? You got the reason why we are in this 4-4 portal, why anything is possible, while God's presence and protection is over you in a way that it never has been before, because you have strengthened your relationship with the divine. You have called the divine into all that you do. I noticed that I don't pray every time I put something in my mouth, and it makes a difference. It makes a whole difference to speak, especially over the water, because it has so much intelligence and so much memory, so that when you speak over your water and then consume that, that's a different type of energy altogether. Thank you, Ether. Thank you. I was just like, nah. And you see what difference it makes by not using so many profanities. You know, I have to choose other words. I have to. There's no need for me to do that. It's funny, yes, and it's relaxing, of course. But is it helping the positive energy come to me? I don't think so. I do not think so. So, you know, again, I'm not judging, and I'm not probably going to give it up forever. Like, let Ramadan be done and I might be back on my BS. But until such time, I'm here. How do we know or find out what needs to be done if our North Node is in Aquarius with Pluto in right now? Girl, I'm not an astrologer. I wish I could answer that question. I'm not the one. You'd have to Google that or go to astrologers. Best astrologers are for me Tanya Gabrielle and Braca Goldsmith. I love them, and I just added this new lady. I don't really know her name yet. She's new. She just started her channel in October. She's an older woman, and she's an astrologer, and she says she's an intuitive and an oracle kind of thing. So I noticed that she had a lot of views on her video, but she didn't have a lot of subscribers, which means that YouTube are keeping her money, because you need like over 1,000 subscribers to become a member. So I was just like, let me just subscribe and help this chick get her money, yeah, because she's letting off so much great information. She's getting so many hits. So yeah, I can't remember her name, but when I do, I'm going to come back for her. But yeah, I'm not an astrologer, y'all. You know what I mean? I just know a little bit about a lot of things. That's it. So we've cleansed up the cards. We're going to get straight into prayer. Our Divine Mother and Father who live within us, hallowed be thy name. Our freedom come. Your will be done on earth as it is within us. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others, as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves, through lifetimes, timelines, and levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. For we are the kingdom, we are the power. Divided we are weak, united we are victorious. And to you, the Almighty, we give all of the glory forever and ever. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So it is, and so it will be. Ashe. I invite my ancestors, my angels, my guides, my Orisha, my guardians of the sea and the air of the earth into this reading for the 4-4 portal, so that we can have a clear, precise message for anything that we may need to know as a collective, right here and right now. Ashe. I'm in the mood. Can you not see that? I'm in the mood. Alright. That can stay over here. Put my glasses there. Honestly, there really is so much going on, and it would be silly of us not to take advantage of all of the planetary moves that are going on, and we're going into retrograde season soon. So while everything is still forward moving, let's move forward. Let's break some chains. Let's release ourselves from some old shit and give ourselves an opportunity to experience the enormity of these transits, especially the Venus in the Pluto. Am I right? The Pluto. No. Is it the? Yes, it's the Pluto in Aquarius, isn't it? And that's happening only until June, and then it will happen again in January for the next 20 years. So between now and June, you can create some incredible experiences for yourself that will last up to 20 years. So it would be silly to just kind of coast. Do you know what I mean? Just go for it. Anything is possible. Didn't I tell you some extraordinary stories today? Nina's got a man. Girl. Okay. Let me start with believe in your own magic. Yeah, let's start there. I feel lopsided. Hold on, guys. Yeah, it's better. It's better. Oh, can't shuffle. Okay, we really can't shuffle today. Okay, great. Lighthouse. I've never seen this card. Don't doubt your worth. Don't doubt your worth. Let's start there. Don't doubt your worth. I am always enough. Because you have to speak over your life. You don't see that she's put the affirmation up on the wall, so every day she will say that to herself. I am always enough. Whatever your affirmation is. I used to watch Being Mary Jane. That used to be my shit. And you remember she had all the post-it notes everywhere, and I thought it was ridiculous, honestly. I just thought, that's so extra. Back in, I think I was in my 30s when I was watching that program. I thought it was so extra, so ridiculous, and not me. Here I am. I don't have post-it notes all over my house, but I have my mantras, girl, and I say them every day. And especially now where the sun is shining, boy, I'm gonna bust open my window, I'm gonna put my what's it called, my clear quartz crystal on my forehead, and let the sun touch that, and I'll just be saying the affirmations. I'll be speaking over my life. I'm not gonna take this situation for granted, and I'm not, even if I think it's a little bit woo woo, even if I do, I'm not missing it. I'm not missing it. What if it isn't, and you missed it? Alistair, come to the table now, man. Come to the table now, man. Lighthouse, don't doubt your worth. Do not doubt your worth. Queen of Swords. She's not afraid to speak on her. She's not afraid to speak about herself and you. She's not afraid to tell you about yourself either. And I'm telling you, remember I said some of you is eating because you're scared to talk. Some of you need to talk. And really and truly, I really feel like we are in a space where we are much more controlled. We're not reactive to things, you know what I mean? Like we've learned not to take everything personally. But let a fool around. I'm choosing my words. Let a fool around and think that you're not going to hear about it. You have to hear about it. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm still, because I'm in my season, I'm giving people a chance. Just know, if I haven't responded to any foolishness, it's because I'm giving you a chance. Because it's my season, and I don't want to tear you up. I don't want to tear you up. And I think it's okay to tear you up, but I don't want to. I'm choosing not to. And again, you know, choosing being the operative word, it's a choice. Because if I choose tomorrow to tear you up, do you know? I'm going to. Queen of Swords, feel no way. Fool around and find out. Okay? It is that. And it's okay. And you've got to understand that it's not the shadow. That's not the shadow at this point. The shadow is chilling, you know. The shadow is really like out here for a good time. Healing, trying to fall in love, trying to get along with everybody, trying not to sabotage nothing. That's what the shadow is doing. So meanwhile, higher self's like picking up the slack. Told you like that. Picking up the slack. Do you see where she's sitting? Look how she's sitting on the castle in the clouds. I mean, not castle. She's sitting on a throne in the clouds. That's the higher self, man. Shadow, feel no way. She'll decapitate you if you're moving mad. But you've also got to remember that your words have also been responsible for cutting you down. Your words have also been responsible for pinning you to that cross. Your words have been responsible for sabotaging so many wonderful, wonderful things that have come into your life in the past. So I feel like this is less about other people and more about how you speak to yourself. Because if I can ask you if you've spoken any kindness or positivity over yourself, and you say no, but I can ask you, have you spoken any negativity over yourself? And I bet you did. I bet you did, and you could repeat it easily because it's become your mantra. It's become your affirmation. So the more you say that to yourself, the more it continues to be a reality in your existence, isn't it? So you need to be kinder to yourself. Look, you lot know already, I struggle with eating disorder. I struggle with body dysmorphia. And for the last few months, I haven't felt comfortable in my body. I almost changed my clothes. When I switched on the camera and I just saw how top heavy I was like, no. And then I was like, but you're still a 10. Like, didn't I tell you that? I've already been telling you that all day. So now why, in front of the camera, you're like, you're not a 10 now? I've been speaking so much rubbish over myself in the last 6 months. I can't even lie to you and say that I haven't. I have been so cruel to myself in the last 6 months when it comes to the way that my body is right now. I can't explain it to you. And then I think maybe the 1st of April, I woke up and I was like, oh no, it had to be March. It had to be March. I woke up with a much positive. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't criticize myself anymore. Hey Shirley, I wouldn't continue to criticize myself anymore. And then rather than criticize myself, I would do something about it. I would go for a walk. I would do a bit of yoga. You know, I would go and put my feet on the earth and reconnect with all that I am. And then April comes and I'm just like, oh damn, you back now? I wasn't sure whether the dysmorphia scales had been removed from my eyes or I'd actually started to get back into shape. I wasn't sure which one it was, but I said, whatever it is, it's good. We're working with it. It's good. We work. We good. Because it was me that talked myself into telling myself that I wasn't good enough, that I didn't look how I wanted to look. But I was still measuring myself against unrealistic beauty standards. I mean, we're talking about it in book club right now in Women Who Run with the Wolves. It's been so moving and so touching to really fall in love with my body again, and really I feel like this time for good. This time for good, because my body as I get older is going to continue to change. And I have to continue to honor it in all of its phases. I wish the book's not here. Is it? No, it's not near me. Probably did that on purpose. And we talked about what if the body was a God body that actually influenced and instructed the soul? What if it was that instead of the other way around? What if? And all of the instructions that we are giving to the soul are negative and degrading and soul destroying, literally. And these are the messages that the body is giving to the soul. Guys, this one's a deep one. This one's a deep one, man. I should have known, because they made me put lashes on and they was like, no, go. Now go. Stop talking horrible stuff to yourself. You wouldn't say that to your sister or your brother. So why would you say it to yourself? Like, still. And the thing is, you say it quietly now. Do you think no one can hear you? But stop saying it under your breath and quietly. And you know, we make a mistake. We all make mistakes every single day. You make a mistake. You made a mistake. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. No big deal. I won't do that tomorrow. But you don't start beating yourself up about it. Oh, I hate this job. Yeah, I hate this job, but I am going to look about ways to kind of maneuver myself out and do something else. Can't every day go into the same space and hate it. At some point, you've got to say, okay, this is a stepping stone. I don't hate it. I'm actually very grateful for it. Let me give myself a cut-off date and really give myself some integrity to move on from this. Do you understand? You can't despise your vessel for whatever state it's in and then continue to abuse it. Guess what card we got? We got the Queen of Swords again. We got the same card from 2 different decks, because you already know that's why I bought them. That's why I love that. That's why I've got to do that. Because the synchronicities are on 100 right now. We've spoken about it. But you also got to remember that the Queen of Swords is the most adaptable queen. She can make something out of nothing. I feel like she invented corned beef and rice when things got peak. You get me? That sustainable thing there. I mean, I would never eat that stuff again in my lifetime, but you know what I'm saying, innit? She can make something out of nothing. She can recover. Her comeback is, woo! Her comeback is, wow. Every time. And yes, she's perceived as being quite cold at times, but that is because she's always considered herself to be, have to be. Because, you know, being warm and loving has got her nowhere and kept her vulnerable and kept her at risk. But that's a false narrative, or it's an old narrative. It doesn't exist anymore. Not with all the healing that the Queen of Swords has done. Not with all the love that surrounds the Queen of Swords right now. Not with all the enthusiasm, encouragement from the universe right now. Not with God's presence and protection right now. I'm being dramatic because it's my season. Guys. Let's pull another. No, actually, let's pull an Andinkra to go with that. So what is supporting that from the Andinkra, from the ancestors? What is supporting that? Delia. Me, you, me. Second thoughts, I'm like, this hair can work maybe another day, but I don't want to be ratchet for my birthday. And to me, honestly, can you see those bits there? It's ratchet. But it's kind of looking all right now. All right. Our card is the power of love, devotion. It says, love never loses its way home. This symbol is of power, of the power of love. Power. Jennifer, what's her name? Jennifer who? The power of love. Listen. The power of love. Imagine, today I did a reel on, what's it called? The gram. And I talked about my 40s and how dope it's been. And one of the things that I mentioned was that I fell in love in my 40s, but I didn't have like a picture of me with somebody or whatever. When I said it, I was just like, really? And I saw one of my ex-lovers like it, but he didn't comment on it. And he's probably thinking, who did you fall in love with? It wasn't me. And I was thinking, actually, it was with me. In my 40s, I fell in love with myself. And not in a conceited way. Well, it was conceited from about 42 to like 44. I ain't gonna lie, it was conceited blood. But we back. We back to the middle now. And it's a real appreciation of self. It's a real deep love of everything that I've come through, everything that I've accomplished, everything that I've overcome, everybody that's ever loved me and anybody that I've ever loved. Like that real deep appreciation for having that capacity to experience life in that way gives me a deep love of myself. And also the fact that I'm still going to be continuing to explore myself, new loves and old ones alike, you know, explore new territory, start new things, let go of some old things, you know, like continuously as a secular thing for my life that continues even outside of this vessel, gives me a true deep appreciation and love for myself. One that is unmoved, one that I will not sacrifice or compromise. I will not compromise the love for myself for anybody. And I've learned to be okay with that. Even if not everybody else is okay with it. And so this is the power of love and devotion. And then again, my mirror, my love for the divine is easily the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to me. Realizing that my mother and father love me no matter what. No matter what I do, no matter how I move, no matter what I say. They plucked me when I was still being very stubborn, still being very egotistical, still in a space of hate, loathing. When I tell you self-loathing, and they were like, yeah, we want you to talk to some people. Yeah, we want you to be in service, what you saying? I was like, hell no. I'm over here enjoying my comfy abyss. Allow me. And they didn't. They continued to get at me. They continued to love me. They continued to forgive me. They continued to hold me. Yeah. So how could I not love myself if they are my mother and my father? How could I not love myself if y'all are a reflection of me? How could I not love myself if I go out into nature and put my feet on the earth and feel her heartbeat and know that we have a symphony going on? How could I not love me? Because I was taught not to, as you were. And not everybody saw it and loved me back. And that's fine too. Queen of Swords energy. But sometimes I didn't make it easy for people to love me. I didn't make it easy for me to love me. Kept poisoning myself with different things that I knew good and well weren't good for me. I think I'm really getting into 50 now. We're moving in because I'm feeling like I've lived some life. So, guys, that was lovely. Should we pull? Yeah, let's continue. Let's continue with Believe in Your Own Magic. It's a perfect deck. Who's sobbing? Don't, you get me. Someone's got 144 on their clock. I mean, we're in this thing together, y'all. Potion. It says, remember to practice self-love. Because I'm not making it up, am I? I'm not making it up. I mean, I was just telling myself that I'm really going to probably stop using the cards and just come and talk to you lot straight up and down. Do you know what I mean? Because, I mean, we love the cards for a visual and stuff and for validation for what we're saying, but the energy is the energy. Thank you. Thank you, Letty, the gypsy. So yeah, guys, remember to practice self-love in however you do that. There's no rule book to how you practice self-love, but you know how you practice self-loathing, gobbling down them French fries. I'm not. I mean, you know, I was a big Kim Kardashian fan, innit? Did you know that about me? Big Kim Kardashian fan, big Cardi B fan. Huge. I even went to see Cardi live. Talk to me. Listen, But those, I understand those women don't love me. So they're not there to give me anything that is going to uplift me. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little piece of ratchet. I'm here for it. You know, my shadow loves a bit of ratchet. But at the moment, you know, I am trying to practice self-love. You know, I was telling my daughter the other day, hey Amber, I was telling my daughter the other day because she was cooking this really lovely meal for herself, and I was like, wow, you're so like um, self-aware and conscious of what you're putting in your body. She was like, yeah, I'm really conscious about what I put in my body. And I was like, wow. I was like, when I was your age, 26, I was a mother, 26, I didn't care what I put into my body. I just continuously self-gratified in the moment. Whatever my body wanted, got. Most of the time it was sugar, high fat, deep fried. That was my favorite thing to eat. Lots of bread, lots of doughy stuff. I didn't care. And my daughter is the complete, I mean, I wouldn't say the complete opposite. I've seen her eat copious amounts of rubbish, but she has a balance. I didn't really have a balance. You know, with everything, there needs to be a balance. So even if some of the things that you do are deemed not so much self-love, so much, you might engage in maybe some low vibrational shit. Can we have a balance? Can we just have a balance, or at least let the scales tilt more to self-love than to self-hate? Because, you know, especially when we're addicted to things, it's very difficult to just shut things and cut things just because you've heard it in a day. This is why, again, Ramadan has been so important to me this year. Because I understand my addictions had been getting out of control, especially the sugar addiction. And when you're fasting, there's no room for that, and you don't want to mess it up with that. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I've had some, like yesterday I had some hot cross buns. They were lovely. But there's not a lot of room to eat a lot of rubbish if, when you are consciously eating, you are choosing to nourish the body, give the body information that it can use to better itself. Thank you, Brooklyn baby girl. Birthday's actually Friday, guys, so, you know. I'm going to be on my BS. I know I'm going to be on my BS. I'm even thinking about what I'm going to wear for the picture that I'm going to give you lot for my birthday. I've been thinking about it, and tomorrow's the photo shoot, so, and that's why I'm thinking, do I leave the hair in, take the hair out, you know what it is. So let's pull clarifier. Alistair, what are you saying about remembering to practice self-love? And it's the basic things. Like I had to just go back to basics. Go back to igniting my altar. Go back to bathing 3-4 times a week. Go back to going outside and putting my feet on nature. Going back to dance. Oh my God. Dance is very important to me, and I just left it because I wasn't feeling comfortable in my skin. And more time I like to dance with not much on, and you know, but I wasn't feeling comfortable in my skin, man, and I like to dance in front of the mirror too. And yeah, I was just feeling some way. But the other day I posted me dancing on Patreon. I was really self-conscious, and it was before I started reading the body, about the body in the women who run with the wolves. So when I saw how it all coincided, I was just like, wow, yo. I feel like Patreon is like it all of the tiers link. They all have a linkage together, and they all seem to run in parallel. So the readings run parallel with what I've just read, and then the nutrition and the vibration is parallel with the reading. It's mad. It's a bit mad, but I'm enjoying it over there. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm very proud of the content that's coming out over there as well, especially the book club stuff. I mean, I would have dashed down that book long time because it's so big and it's so triggering. But going through it piece by piece with y'all is just you know, it holds me accountable first of all, and then it's also wonderful to go through the experience as a group, you know. Anyway, let's get our cards. Oh, there we go. The Knight of Wands. Fire. Energy. I'm going to read. I'm going to read it because I don't know what it means or says. I mean, I know what the Knight of Wands means. You know, we've got fiery, we've got passionate communication, messages coming through. I know what that means, basically. Do you know what I mean? But let's see what Alistair say. Knight of Wands. Sorry, the lashes are so big, it's just interfering with the glasses. Rules 20 degrees Scorpio, 20 degrees Sagittarius, including part of Hercules, equals fiery part of fire. This card represents a warrior in complete armor. What did I tell you about God's protection? But you have to participate. You have to speak over your life. You have to pray. You have to do your rituals. You have to do your, you know, you have to do the things that protect you, your body armor. This is what this is. On his helmet for a crest, he wears a black horse. In his hand, he bears a flaming torch. A flame also in the mantle, and upon the flame does he ride. His steed is a black horse leaping. There you go, y'all. There you go. You see? You see? So, we are in Aries season. We are in the fiery part of fire. And we also got to remember that fire fortifies things. It's not only hot and unbearable, but it also seals things, you know. So it's like whatever. Remember what I told you about this season with Venus and Uranus. No, it's not Venus and Uranus. Pluto and Aquarius. And I told you about this time to really learn to cultivate something amazing for you the next 20 years of your life. You know what I'm saying? So this is a fortification of fire that we are in, but the way that we seal our protection and seal our outcome is to stay in self-love, stay with our rituals, stay with the things that we do that make us feel awesome, no matter what it is. If y'all love pole dancing, because you know I still haven't done that yet. If you love that, do that. If y'all love swimming, go and do that. If you love baking, go and do that. If you love cooking, do that. If you haven't seen your people in a while and you want to connect, do that. But keep self-love at the forefront in this season. Do you get? Let's pull clarifier. Can't see, it's too far away. It's 11 o'clock. Wow. Sorry, guys. Oh, thank you for the likes for likes. Sorry, my G's. It's because, like I said, I finished the fast. I broke my fast late today. And I didn't want to come up on here hungry. Do you get? Then I would have been flagging. And I wanted to come with the energy. We're going to be gone soon. Because we've said all that needs to be said, innit? We know what the gist of this portal is. Anything is possible, but it really is up to you and how you speak over yourself, how you treat yourself, you know. Let's get this last clarifier for potions. Practice self-love. Five of Pentacles. Some of you still don't believe that you're worthy of everything that you hope and wish for. I mean, you know hope is not a strategy, but you know what I'm saying in it. Some of you don't even believe that you can have everything that you want. And I'm here to tell you it's possible. I've had everything I've ever wanted in my life. I've never suffered. Even though I've made myself think that I have suffered, I have never suffered. Listen, I've had everything. I was talking about the transit between Venus and Uranus, because anything's possible in that transit, yeah. And so I did the 5 aspects of the soul this last week. I did it in relation to that transit, and I read for the inner child in love, and my inner child was like, every single person I've ever imagined myself to be with, I've been with them. Whether I knew them before I imagined them or not, I've been with them. I might not have been able to maintain that because I had my own issues with trust and commitment. It was me. So, you know, but every single person I have ever imagined myself to be with, even the ones I forgot about, I remember I was telling you about my 40s, yeah? Like when I was 40 years old, literally 2 days after my birthday party, I had a banging birthday party. 2 days after my birthday party, I saw this guy running, and he was rather handsome, not my type at all. But he was rather handsome. I just finished with somebody else. I just decided that I wasn't going to be messing with them anymore, because they didn't come to my birthday party, first of all. And so I saw this guy running, and it turns out he was the Italian I imagined myself to be with when I was like 13 or 14. I always said if I was ever going to be with a white guy, he would have to be Italian. So, boom. He turned up. And I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And we had a great time. We had a ball. He was really lovely. He was actually a surgeon, a bone surgeon. And, girl. Anyway, that's another story for another time, guys. So, like, anything you've ever imagined, some of you still don't believe that you can have it, still have a poverty mindset, still think that, you know, it's not possible because you wanted it for so long, or you've been close to it and it's just evaded you. But remember, it's been your own self-sabotaging thoughts. You would love to know what happened, Earth Daughter. You really would love to know what happened with me and the Italian. Guys, listen, don't make me blush. The story's hilarious as well. It's for another day. It's hilarious. It's for another day. It's for my stand-up comedy, that one there. That one there is for my stand-up comedy, because I'm going to scandalise. I'm not going to scandalise everybody that I've been with. I'm going to talk about you. I'm talking about you. So, anyway. Yeah, some of you are still in a poverty mindset. Some of you are still so disenchanted that you really actually cannot believe that it can still happen. Try again one more last time. Try again one more last time. Try that thing again. Start that thing again. Go to that place again. Holler at that person again. One last time. See what happens. I mean, the energy's different. Energy's supporting. I just got chills. The energy's supporting. You never know. You actually never know. Someone shot their shot with me the other day. I mean, no. Absolutely. Because you move mad. But they shot their shot. And I respected that they still shot their shot. All changed their number because of the blockagation. And they changed their number to come back and shoot their shot one more time. And I had to respect Ting. And I wasn't mean. Even though I could have been. But I wasn't. Because, in fact, I said nothing. It was just as mean in it when you say nothing. But you see, shoot your shot, man. And I'm sure, I mean, if it doesn't, that means it was just never for you. And that's okay. But the energy's supporting. The energy's supporting. So, try it. Let's pull one clarifier. Oh, Leah, girl, you already know. You already know, Lee. And I mean it, man, especially with you. There's so much things that you just fully haven't explored as expansively as you could have. And I feel like Baby, try that thing one more time, man. Do it, try a thing. Got some exciting things coming up, man. Oh my God. I'm so excited, but you know what they say. So, closer to the time, or maybe after the fact, but I've got some really exciting shit going on this year. I'm very excited. So we got two. We got blue agate, because why? Because some of you are still not speaking. Look, we've got the blue agate, because some of you are still not speaking, which is a 10, and we've got adjoite. Yeah, some of you are still not speaking. Blue lace agate, self-expression. Blue lace agate connects spirit with intellect. It's giving me Queen of Swords energy. Highlighting integrity, it enhances the ability to communicate effectively what is in your mind and heart. So you can't say one thing with your heart, oh, I really want this, and then with your mind you'll be like, yeah, but I probably won't get it. It's not going to work. Self-understanding, attune to your inner being to express the fullness of who you are. Be confident when speaking in public, as you have much to share. You may have been silenced in the past, repressing. How should we meditate, Mama? Meditation is within the individual. I know people who think that they don't meditate, but they spend hours focused on one thing. That's meditation. Producing a song, walking, running, meditation doesn't mean sitting with your legs crossed. Meditation is about focusing your mind on one thing and not paying attention to the chatter that comes through. You can't stop the chatter, but you can control the narrative. So sometimes it's very good to repeat like a mantra, or this is the self, these are the affirmations. Repeat your affirmations so that you can hear your own voice and ignore the chatter that comes through. Shanabadi. Also, a great method for meditation is singing. It's a great meditation. Most of y'all can sing. Don't play with me. Most of y'all can sing, but don't. And they say in the book, Women Who Run With the Wolves, that the voice, the normal talking voice is the voice of the soul, the voice of the vessel, but singing is the voice of the soul. And you see sometimes when singers are singing and they close their eyes. Listen, sometimes when I sing, I'm not saying that it happens every time. Sometimes when I sing, the cat looks at me and the dog looks at me like, shut up, stop it. And sometimes when I sing, I move myself to tears. It just all depends on the vibe and the mood. All right, Mom. Events unfold slowly. Return to basics and start again. If necessary, return to basics with your self-love. Focus your mind and open your intuition. Your life will be long and happy. Accept your sensitive side. Healing insight. Expressing yourself fully releases neck and shoulder tension, thyroid deficiencies, and throat or lymphatic infections. Frequency medium to high. Chakras, throat, third eye, heart, and crown. Timing Gemini and Pisces. Soul path. Expressing yourself fully. And we've got the Queen of Swords twice. She can't tell me nothing. And then we've got Adjoite. Sing it then. Sing it, Karen. Some Betty Wright. Or play it out loud and dance to that. There's a message in there. You know the angels live in the music. You already know. Adjoite. Compassionate being. Adjoite brings about a profound spiritual revelation, drawing out karmic wounds. This crystal reframes cellular memory and past contracts. Self-understanding. You are a being of infinite love and compassion. Find your core of ultimate peace and universal love. Release your toxic emotions, replacing them with forgiveness. That's that Five of Pentacles energy. Compassion and serenity. When you have been through what you have been through allows you to appreciate the pain of another's path. Do not absorb your pain. Do not absorb their pain. Remain dispassionate. Detach gracefully and move on. Divination. Put down your burdens, knowing you are a being of light. Resolve conflicts and forgive those who wounded you. Give someone a second chance. Remember I told you. Honor your promises, and that's, it could be someone or something. Find the best solution for everyone. Let your dispassionate compassion encompass all. Charity or volunteer work is indicated. Healing insight. Immersing yourself in the love of the divine automatically leads to health and happiness. Frequency exceptionally high. Chakras, third eye, crown, heart, throat, solar star. Timing, Virgo and Aquarius. Soul path, keeping an open, compassionate heart to yourself first. I enjoyed that. I love that so much. So guys, I will see you soon. When, I don't know, but I will see you soon. And happy birthday to all my Aries brothers and sisters. I'll be celebrating on Friday. If you want to make any donations, please make it to PayPal, because YouTube ain't giving me my money for some reason. So don't give them no more money, y'all. Out of order. Alta. If you want to see me, you can come over on Patreon for more readings in regards to the 5 aspects of the soul. Book club is also over there, and my vibration and nutrition tier is there, where I'm sharing my Ramadan experience over there. Alright, my G's, I will see you soon. When I come back, I'll be another year older and more fabulous, I'm sure. Alright, my G's, I love you. Bye. Oh, and happy holidays, because it's the holiday weekend. My birthday hasn't been an Easter since I was a kid. I used to get pure Easter eggs. Please don't buy me no chocolate. I don't like chocolate. Unless it's vegan chocolate cake from Midnight Munchies in Camberwell, and it's £4.50 a slice. Go for your life. Alright, my G's, I love ya.